Ashutosh Mishra is joining us live right now from Israel. Ashutosh, in fact, has been reporting from ground zero right now. Ashutosh is in Ashkelon. Ashutosh, first of all, just hoping that all of you are safe, given that no city there is left untouched. As far as violence is concerned, and Hamas continues to bombard Israel, in spite of the offensive on the part of Israel as well. What more can you tell us about the current situation? Where you are, what do you see around you, Ashutosh? Tell us a little more.
Just 10 minutes ago, loud explosions started again. Looks like Israel attack in the Gazapati area, because that's very close proximity where I am at the moment in Ashkelon, which is the closest nearest border to Gaza. Loud explosions can be really heard, and every time it just heard, your heartbeat goes really up, because that's something you usually don't see in other parts of the world. But here what has happened last night, several rockets, a barrage of rockets were fired in Ashkelon from the Gaza side. And here, right behind me, is all the destruction caused, havoc by the attacks by the Hamas. You can see these heavy vehicles have been badly penetrated by the rocket shells. Everything destroyed here. Last night there was a massive explosion in the parking area, and there you see this is all the footprints of the destructions, though the rescue force, in fact, a massive piece of rocket literally fell here at this ground. You can spot this point of area. So this explains the potential and the power of the rocket. In fact, I'll just bring you a piece of it. That's a heavy metal one. If you can see, there's a very heavy metal, and it looks like a military grade rocket, because the way it has been made, it can't be just country made or something. And of course, traveling such far distance, and this explain the kind of terror the Hamas is unleashing constantly in the close proximity of this area. Also, if you see the massive damage to the public assets, public properties are being done by the Hamas, though the security personnel are also around. But every time the noise and explosions are heard, there is always a threat of air siren that probably the Hamas would fire, because even after several attacks and response from Israel, their potential to fire the rockets have not been reduced. We are constantly under threat. And, while I'm talking, any moment you could hear the air siren, and you will get only 10 seconds. 10 to 15 seconds. Okay, you can hear the loud noise. That's the fighter jets scrambling. And this always begins by Israel time. It is in India it's nearly 12 o'clock, and here it's just 9:39. So nearly 9:35 it all begins in the morning. Fighter jets are scrambling, attacks taking place, loud explosions heard. So you won't be surprised if all of a sudden I hear an air siren, and in 10 seconds only, the people are so trained, because they have been seeing over the years that you have to find a shelter, either a bunker or the staircases, or if you don't see anything, I'll have to just go against the wall on a vehicle to protect the head and other parts of the body. So this is the situation, and explains why people are terrified and why it is really a troubleful time. Look at this sheet. This is the piece of the rocket that fell down yesterday in this part of Ashkelon. This is very close to the Ceded border area. Right behind me there you see the coastal line, the Mediterranean Sea. So this is where, from my right direction, where the rockets are coming from, and this targeted several places last night. So even the threat continues. Since last night there were several alarm placed. There are several buildings I can see have been also came under the attack. So the situation remained grim and tensed here in this part of Israel, in the southern Israel, where I'm reporting from. Sneha.